If you have $5,000 saved, the system ignores you. At $50,000, it still doesn't care. But somewhere around six figures, something strange happens. Banks treat you differently. Opportunities show up faster. And your money starts growing even when you stop working. It's almost like there are invisible levels to wealth. And most people never reach the first one. If you want to understand the real rules of money and how these wealth levels actually work, subscribe to Capital Explained. This channel is about seeing the system clearly and learning how to position yourself so it finally works for you instead of against you. Because here's the thing nobody explains. Money doesn't scale in a straight line. It moves in phases. At the beginning, every dollar feels heavy, slow, painful. You save for months and nothing seems to change. Then at some point, the rules quietly shift. And after that, money starts moving faster than you do. Not because you got smarter. Not because you worked harder. But because your position inside the system changed. There are 3 levels where this shift happens. 3 milestones where the game literally plays differently. Let's walk through them slowly. Because once you see these levels, you can't unsee them. And you'll stop making the same mistakes most people make for 40 years straight. The first level is $100,000 invested. Not your house. Not your car. Not stuff you own. Money that is actually working. Stocks. ETFs. Retirement accounts. A small business. Anything that produces returns without you standing there. Below this level, investing feels fake. You put in a few $100s. Maybe you make $10. Maybe you lose 20. It feels pointless. Which is exactly why most people quit. But think about the math for a second. If you earn 8% on $10,000, that's $800 a year. Nobody's life changes because of $800. But 8% on $100,000? That's $8,000. Now it's noticeable. That's a month or 2 of rent. That's groceries for the year. That's breathing room. For the first time, your money actually helps you. Even when you're asleep. Even when you're sick. Even when you take a break. It's small, but it's real. And something psychological happens here. You stop feeling completely dependent on your job. You're not free yet. But you're not trapped either. It's like having an emergency exit in the room. You relax a little. And when you relax, you make better decisions. You negotiate harder. You say no to bad jobs. You stop tolerating nonsense. That's level 1. Level 2 is around $500,000 invested. This is where life really changes. At a conservative 4% withdrawal rate, $500,000 produces about $20,000 per year without you working. Now think about that carefully. $20,000 shows up, and you didn't do anything. No boss. No clock. No commute. That covers food. Bills. Basics. Which means your survival is no longer tied directly to your time. That's huge. Because now you have what I call walk-away power. If your job becomes toxic, you can leave. If you want to start a business, you can try. If you want to take 6 months off, you can breathe. Most people never feel this in their entire lives. They're permanently one paycheck away from stress. But at this level, fear drops dramatically. And again, your behavior changes. You think longer term. You take smarter risks. You focus on growth instead of survival. This is where wealth starts compounding much faster. Because you're no longer making desperate decisions. Then there's level 3. Around $2 to $3 million invested. This is the inversion point. This is where money works harder than you do. At 6% returns, $2.5 million produces about $150,000 per year. That's more than most professional salaries. Your capital now earns more than your labor, which means working extra hours actually becomes inefficient. Your time is no longer the bottleneck. Your money is doing the heavy lifting. This is where true freedom starts. Not luxury. Not yachts. Freedom. You wake up and decide what to do. Work becomes optional. That's a completely different life. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. The system is designed so most people never reach even level 1. School trains you to earn. Jobs train you to obey. Banks encourage debt. Lifestyle inflation eats every raise. So you stay busy, but stuck. You're running on a treadmill that never actually moves you forward. So what do? This is the practical part. Step 1. Calculate your real number. Open your accounts. Add up only investments. Be brutally honest. That's your starting position. Step 2. If you're below 100,000, your only mission is accumulation. Nothing fancy. Increase income. Cut expenses. Automate investing. Every extra dollar goes toward crossing that first line. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't chase crypto gambles. Just build mass. Your goal is simply to get the snowball big enough to roll. Step 3. Between 100,000 and 500,000, focus on protection and consistency. Diversify. Avoid big losses. Increase your savings rate. And start building small ownership. A side project. A channel. A tiny business. Something that earns without you. This is where leverage begins. Step 4. Past 500,000, think ownership first. Equity. Businesses. Assets that scale. Because salaries won't get you to level 3 fast enough. You need things that grow exponentially, not linearly. And then step 5. Once you're financially secure, protect the downside. Because losing money is much easier than building it. Avoid stupid risks. Play the long game. Compounding loves patience. Here's the big idea. Wealth isn't about becoming rich overnight. It's about crossing invisible thresholds. Each one makes the next easier. At first you push the car. Then the engine starts. Then it drives itself. Most people quit while they're still pushing. The people who look lucky simply kept going long enough for the physics to change. So don't focus on millions. Focus on the next level. Just the next one. Because once you cross it, the system quietly starts helping you instead of fighting you. And that's when everything changes. If this helped you see money differently, subscribe to Capital Explained. This channel is about understanding the machine and learning how to position yourself so you're not trapped inside it. Thanks for watching.